Would you like to work closer to home, save money on gas, and be rewarded for your hard work and attendance? Then Bellisio Foods is looking for you. That's right, Bellisio Foods is now hiring for multiple positions and shifts with great employee benefits, an on-site health clinic, competitive wages, and advancement opportunities. Bellisio Foods is a company that truly values their employees. Apply online at belisiofoods.com/careers.
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning show. I was not here yesterday. I apologize, but thank you to all the news crew for pitching in yesterday and covering my butt when I wasn't here, right? They're so sweet. But no, I'm back, and I have a very special guest here in the studio today, and this is our good friend Tracey Roese, and many people probably know you or have gotten to see you perform here around the area, but you will be, and did you all know, performing at the Dogwood Festival, and that's this coming weekend.
Yes.
Can you
Looking
believe
forward
it?
to it. It's already May and it's here and I'm excited. I can't wait.
Man, I cannot believe it's like New Year's happened
Right.
and now it's May.
Right.
And it was like 2 days in between. It's so weird. But
Right.
anyway, I guess time flies.
Yep.
So welcome to this program. And
Mhm.
we're going to be talking a little bit about the Dogwood Festival today.
Okay, good.
And also about your performance and your what you'll be doing there as well.
Yeah.
So, but before we get to that, I think it's very fair to ask you to tell everybody a little bit about yourself because you've kind of been there and done a whole lot of things.
Right. Well, I mean, I've always been a musician at heart. I remember being 5 years old and going up to my mom going, "Mom, listen, I can sing. And my mom was like, "No, keep your feet on the ground. There's no money in that. No.
You will not sing.
You're going to be a veterinarian." And then I was like, okay, I can get on board with that because I loved animals at the time. So they kind of squashed it. Zero support tends to do that.
Yeah.
When you want to do something. So my dad kind of got on the bandwagon as well. He actually, my dad is a singer. He started off doing shows with his sister at the Grand Ole Opry.
What?
Yes. So my dad could have been mega famous, but he wanted to be a baseball player. So he kind of
Wow, that's all over the place.
he was very disillusioned. He was like, "I don't want to do it." He was kind of forced into it. It was one of those situations where helicopter parents were like, "No, you're doing this," and
Yes.
it wasn't true to his, what he believed his life should be. And so he didn't want to do it. And so he passed that on to me, like, "Listen, Dad, I can sing." And he's like, "No,
you will not sing.
Be an accountant." And so, right.
Kind of the antithesis of what you wanted to do, right?
What part of this screams accountant to you?
Not much. No.
So I worked as an accountant for 2 years and absolutely hated it. I wanted to drink bleach every morning. It was so bad.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, it was not who I was and what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. So I listened to a lot of people tell me what I should do. And at a certain point, I just stopped listening to them. And the music was always in me, and it was always going to be in me, and it was going to be manifest somehow, or I was going to lose my mind. So about 15 years ago, I just decided I wasn't going to listen to anybody else anymore, and I was just going to follow my dream and do it. And so here I am. I started my... that was after I finished the accounting degree and the business degree and I taught for 20 years. So I taught high school and middle school science courses for 20 years.
How did you do that when you're only 29?
Because I'm not 29.
Sure.
Raised 3 babies. Yeah, so life happens, but then they were getting ready to leave me. My kids were in high school, and so I was like, let's do it. I just made a list of everything I thought I needed to do to start my business and start my entertainment, start doing it. I'm an overthinker, if you know anything. Like, you probably are the same. So I just made a list of everything that I thought I needed to do to start my own business, and I just systematically went through and did everything. Everything culminated in the OFEA, the Festivals and Events Association conference in Sandusky a while back. I did my solo show in the showcase, and that's where everybody saw me perform. And I think we're going to see a clip later of that performance.
We're super excited.
But that's what really got the ball rolling as far as my solo show. I've been performing around Columbus and outskirts. I've even traveled all the way as far as California to do solo shows and stuff.
Wow, good for you.
Yeah, once I hit the ground running and I knew what I wanted to do, I just took the ball and ran with it.
That's so fascinating, and but it's like one of those things where it took you a minute to get there,
Right.
but probably all of the things you experienced on your way to get there molded you into who you are today.
Right.
So it was worth it, I'm sure.
Because the struggle of single parenthood and trying to put yourself through school and doing all that stuff trained me to be the professional that I am now.
Yeah.
Because you can't be in this business and not be hardcore.
You have to have a thick skin. That's
Right.
for sure.
Right. You have to take rejection. You have to embrace rejection. And then you also have to, okay, is it rejection or is it a point in the right direction? And so that's what I ended up doing. I started Third Fret Entertainment as a karaoke business because I had done a lot of karaoke. That was where my experience base was. And so it started as a karaoke DJ business, and then it built into my solo show once I created a solo show called Single Never Married, which was a comedic parody of my tragically comedic lack of love life. And so it was like all the times I tried to get married, but didn't happen because, one of them was a narcissist, one of them was gay, all the problems that girls have. And then it's all illustrated by lyrically appropriate songs. The lyrics tell the story of why it went so horribly wrong, but it's a comedy / tragedy. So I wrote that, and that's what really started my solo show.
You're quite Shakespearean.
Right.
So you wrote your own songs then for that?
No,
or you used, but you just used the songs to tell your story.
To tell my story.
I love that.
Yes. So and I didn't realize it at the time, but nobody listens to lyrics. So I'm like, listen how perfect this song is to the story that I'm trying to tell. And they're like, no, we're just listening to the music.
Nope,
so
you
really
just sing real good.
you got a pretty mouth.
Yeah.
That's all they hear. They don't hear the story behind it. So I stopped doing the story part and I just started singing. So, and that's what they liked. So I just dropped the banter and just, I tell everybody, look, I'm just going to sing for 2 hours because that's what I like to do.
And that's evidently what you want me to do.
I do it. Yeah, so
that's awesome.
Now it's more of a solo show where I just get up and I sing all genres, anything. Festivals are all walks of life, so everybody has different tastes. I have different tastes. I love everything. So what you hear of me on stage is a little bit of everything.
Love that.
And I that's what I like. So it's like it's almost I feel guilty sometimes getting up there and I'm getting paid for this.
Don't feel guilty.
But I love it.
Listen, you have a God-given talent, girl, and you should showcase it.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. You got to come out and see it. You won't see it. You won't believe it until you see it. That's what I always tell everybody.
There you go.
It's a very difficult show to market because when you talk about a solo singer, most people, when they think of live music, they think of a full band and they want that full band effect, which I have because, magically after the OFEA, a couple people came up and said, man, if you were a band, I would headline you. And I was like, okay. So my partner in crime over here said, let's get you a band. So now I have a full band. That is an option. But I also have the solo show is a more sort of personal. Yeah, thank you. More personal, and I can, sing.
Sure.
Sing. I can even take requests. If somebody yells out something, I can even take requests. So you can't do that with a band. But the solo show was more of an expression of my personality and my struggles in life. So I do still kind of explain different songs that I sing that you wouldn't expect me to sing, because there's a story behind every song that I sing. So,
I love that. That's so awesome. And it's so interesting for you to say that like people don't listen to lyrics, because
Right.
Isn't that kind of what music is? So it's bizarre to me that people don't pay attention to that. I listen to all the lyrics.
Me too. But I'm a musician, so lyrics, because I'm a singer. Lyrics are like important.
Yeah.
So, but lyrics for the most part, I mean, sometimes the lyrics you don't realize how nonsensical they are until you have to learn them, and you go, oh, so this. When you're listening to it sort of on the peripheral, where it's just background, you're just listening to it and you're not listening to learn it.
Yeah.
There's a huge difference. I didn't realize how much I learned mostly from messing up the lyrics and nobody knowing. Nobody knowing that I messed up the lyrics. So that's when I realized, okay, so maybe they're not as fixated on the lyrics as I am. And so that's where I got to be a little creative. Sometimes I change the lyrics. You have to listen for those little subtle lyric changes to make it a little bit more appropriate to what I'm singing. Like I do a song called Horns. And if you're familiar with the song, it talks about, this, she's got blood cold as ice and a heart made of stone, but she keeps me alive. She's the beast in my bones. It's about my cat.
I mean, you had me at beast and cat.
Right,
I'm there.
So I sing that
Awesome.
song for my cat because she is the beast in my bones. So, the original artist sang it for a girl that, that was his sort of love of his life, but, obviously a challenge. But when I listen to that song and I hear those lyrics, we all hear lyrics differently. We all appropriate them to what we need. And so I just take that ball and run with it.
And that is so true. And it's almost like sad when you look up the meaning of a song or why it was written, because in your mind it's
totally different. You're like, wait, what? And then you think, you hear a song and you think, oh, that is so deep and that's so amazing. And then you learn, from my perspective, you try to learn it to sing it. You're like, that makes no sense.
Yeah. But it sounds really good when you're singing it.
It sounds so amazing.
Very, very cool.
But that's the side of music that I really love, because I like to I'm a cover singer, because I have not found the way, my process to writing my own music. And I think my business partner, Andreas, he's trying to get me into that, because he writes his own music and stuff. So a lot of the band songs will have our own originals when we do that as well. But I have not figured out how to write my own music. And once I do, watch out.
Oh, it's on.
Because it's all going to just start pouring out. 53 years of, hot mess coming out in lyrics. And mine will make sense, I promise. But I forgot where I was going with that one. But like with the lyrics and trying to write music, I take what has already been created through the cover songs, and we kind of mess with it, rearrange it, and play with it, and make it mine.
That's awesome.
With subtle little lyric changes sometimes that are make it funny and fun. I put on a show. I put on a good show.
Good deal. Love that.
But you got to pay attention. It's like a J.J. Abrams movie or television series. You got to watch the layers happening in front of you. But,
super deep.
We try. But most
Too
of
early
it's
in the
just-
morning for that.
Right. Most of it's just me having fun up there.
Well, and that's the whole point. After
Right,
all, don't we
right.
want to just have some fun?
Everybody just, not just girls, we all just want to have some fun.
You got
Yeah.
that, sister.
And that's what a festival's for too. So I'm looking
That's-
forward to it.
Yeah,
Festival
that's
season.
right. It is. And so the Pike, is it the Pike County Dogwood Festival? Is that
Yes.
how we okay.
Yes.
And we have someone here kind of to talk about the
Yay.
festival in general, which
Right.
will be very, very fun.
Yeah.
But I wanted to talk with you, Tracey, a little bit before we bring our other guest over about what not only will you be singing and performing on Friday night, but you also kind of get to do, like kick the festival off.
I
right?
do, and I was almost more excited about that than doing the show. But yeah, I get to kick it off by singing the national anthem. So yeah, I'm excited about that. Yeah.
No pressure or anything.
No pressure.
Don't forget the words to that one, or
I
change
don't,
the
no.
words to that one.
I have sung the national anthem multiple times. So yeah, I used to do it for the Columbus Crew.
Awesome.
So yeah, I feel like I can take credit for their good mojo, because I sang the national anthem for them like 3 times.
There you go.
So
See?
never forgot the words even once. So.
I feel like the national anthem is one of those that you don't think
You
about.
can't.
If you start thinking,
Right,
you're like, oh
right.
God, I'm gonna forget the
Well,
words.
it's one of those where the lyrics are nonsensical.
don't
You're
make any
looking at them
sense.
and going, they don't connect to one another. It's not the best song to try to learn because you can't sit there and like read the it's just
well, and the
not
music.
how
I mean,
you
honestly,
do it.
it's
Right.
all over the place.
It is, and
Really
you have
tough
to have
song to sing.
you have to have a pretty good range, and you have to know the words, because if you don't know the words and you mess it up, everybody knows.
Yeah, that's one you don't want to ever.
Right, you can't
up.
mess that one up.
Well, very cool.
You
So
will turn the room on you immediately.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your show
Yes.
that you will be performing on Friday.
Right.
I know that you said that you kind of sing a whole lot of
I do.
things, and we do have a clip that we can play.
Yeah.
But what will what can people expect to hear from you?
Okay, so when we were talking and kind of in negotiations, I was told that it was a pretty heavy country crowd, which I do a lot of country. But you're going to have my girl, Julia Neville also, and she does all country. So in professional deference to her, I'm going to, kind of mix it up quite a bit more. So she, I've actually said, I'm not going to do your songs.
Yeah, like
So
I
if
get
your
that.
songs, I'm going to take them off. So I don't want to do any of her songs. So there'll be a little bit of country, lots of classic rock, lots of 80s type. Got some Duran Duran tunes because I have to pay homage to Duran Duran because they're the ones that made me want to sing. They were who inspired me when I was 12 years old to just,
Love that.
sing my little heart out. So you'll hear a little bit of everything, some funk, some ballads, some pretty cool ballads that you've not heard. Probably a lot of people don't do because they're scary. But, if it scares me, I got to do it. So what else do I do? Pop, lots of R&B, some good stuff. I got some good stuff on my set list. I try to do a little bit of 40s and 50s, some 60s. I mean, my
Awesome.
set list is I'm not kidding, a little bit of everything. I try to please at least give one song to at least everybody in the audience.
love that.
If you don't like at least one of my songs, then you need to come talk to me and tell me what to add.
Very cool.
I even take requests. Like if somebody yells out a request and I got it, I'll do it. I'll
Like
try
play
it.
Freebird.
I mean, I can play it. It'll give me a 12-minute break.
Yeah,
It's the longest song ever.
some Paradise by the Dashboard Light.
Oh, challenge accepted. So you get a little. I took great effort in creating a set list that was for everybody.
Love
For
that.
everybody. Very, very
So
diverse.
Some fun sing along songs.
Yeah, and dancey, very dancey.
Oh, we like
If
dancing.
you like to dance, then come out. You got to see it.
Heck
It's
yeah.
mostly dance tunes. I don't do a lot of I do maybe a couple belly rubbing songs where you get to dance with your your partner. A couple of those. I do Tennessee whiskey,
Okay.
a very mean version of Tennessee whiskey. So you have to
Very
check that
cool.
out. And that's a belly rubber. Couple other ones, but mostly upbeat, dancey, fun. Uptown Funk. If you like
Yeah.
Uptown Funk, that's a good one. I do tend to invade the audience, so don't be comfy. Don't be thinking sitting in your chair and you're just
You
gonna
need to part
enjoy
the
a show.
seas if you see her coming.
I'm a coming. I might be in your face, and I might like, woo! So don't come if you ain't ready to party.
Love that. Love
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Well, awesome. Well, let's play your clip that you
Sure.
gave us and see a little bit about. I mean, you are so talented, and we wanted
Aw, thank you.
to play that for you, and then we'll be back on the other side of it.
Sure.
So I cry sometimes when I'm lying in bed just to get it all out. What's in my head now? I'm feeling a little peculiar. So I wake up in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath. And I get real high and I scream at the top of my lungs, what's going on? I said, now darling, honey, what is your excuse? Why haven't I heard from you to release my inner fantasy? The effects of a winner, and you know that you were born to be. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Awesome.
I hate watching myself.
Oh no, that's great. And
That was actually the performance that got me here. So
hey,
yep,
there you go.
yeah, that was
Very
it.
very cool.
It was so lovely. I love the feeling of the audience. I get so much energy and so much just mojo from bringing the audience
Yeah,
in with
sure.
me, and that's my jam. That's what I do it for, because there's I think the audience comes to be brought in. And so,
Yeah.
and I come to bring them in. So it's like this perfect marriage
Yeah.
of giving them what they want and then
kind of an
getting what I
escape
need
for a
from
minute.
it. Yeah, it's great. I totally lose all sense of self when I'm up there, and that was a good day. And I'm looking forward to doing that again, over and over and over again.
Love that.
was fun.
Love that.
It was
So
a good day.
again, you will be playing at the Dogwood Festival this coming Friday.
Yep.
And you get to kick the whole thing
I get to
off.
kick the whole thing off at 6:00 with the national anthem.
Whoop, whoop.
And
Love
then I
that.
take the stage at 7:00. So
And we just get out there. It's in Piketon.
Yep.
And we're gonna hear about how to get there and where to park and do all the things here in just a few
Yep.
minutes. But how did you get the name Third Fret Band?
interesting. Okay, so I worked for a guy who, when he found out, it was the CEO of my business, the company that I was working for. I was a pitch artist at the time. That's one of the guys that you, when you come into a Trader Joe's or whatever, and you hear, "Oh, we're giving away free gifts. Come watch a demonstration." That was me. And
Uh-huh.
so my boss came in and he saw my website and was like, what kind of music do you do? And I was like, everything. Have you met me? And he said, well, his favorite song was Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah.
Okay.
And I said, well, I do the Pentatonics version of Hallelujah. And he actually looked on my website. There was a performance of it.
Oh.
And he said, if you learn that song to play it, because I had said I always wanted to learn how to play the guitar. And he said, if you learn that song and you play it for me, I will pay for a recording session for you.
What?
And I was like, bet.
Sold.
Sold, done. And so I learned that song on the guitar but it was difficult because I couldn't figure out. I got the guitar tabs because like I said, I'd never picked up. High school was the last time I picked up the guitar at this point. And so I picked it up and I'm trying to figure it out. And I got the guitar tabs and all that like everybody else does. And I got on YouTube and I'm like, how do you play? How do you play? And
like
so
everybody else does.
And it doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound like the way, and I of course don't have enough. I know enough only to be dangerous. And I couldn't figure out why it wasn't right. And so then I'm looking. And on the guitar tabs, it said, put the capo on the 3rd fret.
Okay.
I hadn't done that. I was like, well, what's a capo? And what's the 3rd fret? And so I had to look that up. I mean, that was how basic I was at the time. And I had to, it took me 2 months to learn it. But once I figured it out, capo on the 3rd fret. And then 3rd fret just stuck with me from that point forward, because that was an aha moment for me where like, oh, that's what makes it higher. Well, I have 5 octaves, so I can go super high. Mm-hmm. And that was my shtick at the time, was how high I could go, because I do a little whistle voice too, which everybody is super impressed with that whistle voice effect. But it's really damage. When you have whistle voice, it's because your voice is damaged in that range, and you bounce to whistle. But everybody thinks it's a vocal thing, but it's not. It's an injury. It's a response to injury. It's not good. But I was doing it, and so I could go really high. So that I decided was my shtick, was my high range. I did all the Celine Dion, Whitney Houston.
I was going to say,
I started off doing that.
Carey and all that.
Started off doing my solo shows with all of those songs because it was kind of my shtick to be so high. And the 3rd fret was what made that higher. It took that to the higher range that was in my range.
That makes total sense.
Right?
There you go.
Everything was just a happy accident.
Yeah.
Every single thing about this was just an accident that just worked.
And just think, you could be an accountant.
Right. Did you see the eye roll? It was brief. Yeah. Whew, sorry, Dad. Not sorry.
She looks much happier.
I am so much happier doing this. Yeah.
Well, very good.
Great. I'm excited.
Well, yes, absolutely. And we hope that everybody comes out this coming Friday to see you and your show and the opening ceremonies and all that at the Dogwood Festival. It's so fun that it's like Fair and Festival season, because there's so much cool stuff that goes on.
I have always loved fairs and festivals and summertime and being outside and just even the crowds. Just bring on the crowds. I'm not scared. We've done it. We've been through the worst. Let's go have some fun. Laugh, cry. That's what my show is gonna.
All that. And you're not one of those wimpy artists that if it sprinkles or something, you're not going to be there, right?
Nope.
Okay.
No, I will sing in the rain. It'll be more fun.
Yeah.
If it rains. I mean, bring it on. Bring it on.
Love that.
I have actually sung in the rain. Pouring down rain.
Love it.
As long as the equipment's safe, bring it on.
Okay.
Bring on the rain.
So she'll be there, rain or shine.
Rain or shine.
Very cool.
The more the merrier.
Well, if anybody wants to learn more about you, or maybe booking your show, or just to see more clips of what you sing, where do they go to do that?
Everything is on my website. It's my name, TraceyRoese.com, TracyRoese. It's German, so it's got to throw an extra vowel or two in there that you don't need. But it's www.TraceyRoese.com. And there's an option for, you see a lot of my work, you see a lot of my promo videos, pretty much everything I've done is up there. So
okay, awesome.
And you'll see the band also. So I've got there's a band tab. So if you're at least a little bit curious about what my band looks like, then they're up there too. So
very cool.
Yes.
Well, best of luck to you.
Thank you for having me. Oh my
gosh,
gosh,
here today.
this was great. I had a good time. I hope you guys did too.
Yes, of course. So get out, see Tracey this coming Friday at the Dogwood Festival.
Definitely.
So, All right, cool.
All right.
All right, and we have, speaking of, we have one of the folks from the Dogwood Festival we're going to talk about the whole schedule of events
Great.
and all the good stuff with that.
So there'll be no excuses for you not to come.
Exactly, because we're going to fill you in on all of it here in
Right.
just a few. Hayden, do you have that weather forecast? And we'll pull that up while they're switching out there. Okay, thank you. Come on over. Oh, you're going to be just fine. Our weather's looking pretty good actually this week. So it looks today like some partly cloudy skies with highs around 71. Tomorrow, a little bit cooler with highs of 64. Thursday, 68. And then back on Friday and Saturday, almost back around the 80-degree mark. And so we'll take it. And all of our grass is going to be, knee high, which mine already is. So
welcome to the club.
Yeah, right? I mean,
I know.
We mowed our grass, let's see, last Sunday. We were out of town yesterday. So I'm like, okay, so I walked out to let the dogs out, and I'm like, oh, where did the dogs go?
Yeah, it's quick.
It's like knee high.
It is quick.
So yeah, if you've been slacking on mowing your grass, don't. You'll never get it done.
Yep.
Well, very good. Welcome to the show. We're so happy to have you here.
Thank you.
Can you tell everybody who you are?
I am Rachel Newberry. That's about it.
And Rachel, what is your kind of affiliation with the Dogwood Festival? Are you part of the committee?
Yes.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yes. Technically, the term's secretary, but I'm a little bit of everything.
Do a little bit of everything?
Yes.
I get that. We have these fairs and festivals. That's pretty much how it goes.
Yes. I just help out where it needs to be and do what we can.
Very cool. So could you tell everyone a little bit about, do you know kind of the history of the Dogwood Festival? How long has it been in existence?
This is the 52nd annual Dogwood Festival because
Wow.
I got cheat sheet for you. I can't keep everything in there, so I got cheat sheet. So
I love cheat sheets.
Well,
It's a
I do
good-
too.
Yeah.
Yes. It is the 52nd annual Pike County Dogwood Festival, and this is the 20th annual crowning of the queen.
Wow.
And the lady that I think, if I'm not mistaken, was the very first queen is going to be there this weekend.
Okay, that's really cool.
I know. We seen something on Facebook, and she commented, and we commented back, said, please come.
Yes, absolutely.
So, definitely.
Super nostalgic and fun. So tell us a little bit about the Dogwood Festival. Do you know how it got started?
No, I don't. I'm fairly new.
Are there
on the committee.
dogwoods there?
Yes, there is.
I figured it had something to do with some trees.
Fairly new. I mean, if my husband was here, he's read all the history, the literature. He knows it all by heart, but they all had to work, so.
Oh, well.
Y'all
So
got-
you drew the short straw, didn't
Yes,
you?
ma'am, I did.
Aw,
So I'll help you any way I can. But I don't know much about that other than certain things.
yeah, no, that's okay. We were just, I just wondered if there was like some significance or how the dogwood, I wonder if they've planted dogwood trees like at the festival or something.
I'm not real for sure.
Huh.
You'll hear the opening ceremony. Tracy will. She'll hear about it because there's a poem story.
Yeah,
about
I
it,
saw
so-
that. It says,
Yes.
Legend of the Dogwood.
Yes, that will be read.
So Tracy, have you studied up on that yet?
Oh, yeah.
She's on it.
Totally on it.
Oh
I'm allergic to dogwood.
no. Oh shoot. All right, well let's talk about number one, where is the Dogwood Festival held?
It is
And-
being held at the fairgrounds. We did it last year at the fairgrounds, and it is also going to be at the fairgrounds right across the highway from Piketon Village. It's right across at Pike County Fairgrounds is where it's going to be held at.
Okay, because I get a little bit confused. Aren't the Pike County and Scioto County Fairgrounds like super close to each other?
Not really, no.
No? Okay.
No, it's probably about a good 20 minutes,
Oh,
Pike County, and then
I
you
must have
got
been looking
Sauter
at
County.
the wrong thing.
Yeah, no, you go
Okay.
straight down 23, and before you hit Lucasville, this Sauter County
Yeah,
is on the
it's
left.
on the left.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're heading down. Okay, it's the best way to get like from Jackson or kind of our viewing area. You head down 32, I
Yes,
assume.
ma'am.
Then you're going to turn right
on
onto
23.
23.
Say 3 minutes. You look to the right. There's the fairgrounds up on the hill. Can't miss it.
Okay.
Yes, it's
So
right there. Yes. Now, yes, it's across the railroad
Across the
tracks.
railroad
and
tracks.
It's right there. And we got a new sign, a big sign right out in front. Can't miss it.
Okay, and just look for all the people, number one, and the fun stuff.
Yes.
But okay, and then I assume there's plenty of parking since it's at the fairgrounds.
Yes.
And
there
that
is.
makes it very, very simple
Mhm.
to to get in and out of.
Yes.
Very good. All right. Well, I have the schedule of events here, but do you want to go over kind of the schedule of events, and we can talk about some of the cool things? Obviously, we got to meet Tracey here, but what are some of the other things y'all have going on?
We have the Satterfield boys. It is Zane and Grant. They are Saturday at 3 p.m. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's Jason Job. He's from South Point. He is Saturday. Shyville, it's like a local band. They are there Saturday. And this Jace, I think it's Turley. He's from Greenup, County, Kentucky.
Okay.
He will be there Sunday.
Awesome.
But Tracey starts us off, and then they're having karaoke just around about the same time or something. The young kids, they just don't know good talent when they see it. And I've already seen you, so we know. So, because me and my husband Lee are the one that was at the convention at Kalahari at the OFEA, and we seen Tracey. Her first bit when she comes out and she says a little thing with her phone, says, "This is my band. They don't talk back."
Like that.
I was like, Lee, I like that. She
Yeah.
was already connected with the crowd right then and there. So we were on board with her very early on.
Very good. Tracey, where are you from?
I grew up in Westerville,
In Westerville. Okay.
Ohio, but I spent 20 years in Florida, some time in California.
She's a gypsy. We love it.
Nowhere.
Where the wind takes her. Gotcha.
So, let's see. What else you want to know? Entertainment. We have the 8th Pennsylvania Regiment Fort Lawrence Detachment. They are setting up Friday evening. They're camping out. They're going to do muskets. And I do believe they have some kind of cannon thing. My husband's the one that's really...
That's cool.
Got in contact with, I think I lost his name. It was JP. Do you have it wrote down? Because I can't find it. He wrote it down for me, but...
Let's see.
I thought I had it.
All day.
I know it's JP. He's a local man, and Lee got in contact with him, but it was a former committee person, Jay, that got us in contact with him, and PJ Davis. I'm sorry, it's
Okay.
PJ Davis. So it's just different. I haven't seen something like that.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
super cool.
Yeah, and they're going to be doing everything that's handmade, homemade, camping right there on the grounds.
Very fun.
So we're looking forward to that.
Good history lesson on top of things. So what is the Dogwood Bicycle Tour?
That is led by Mr. Matt Minner, and also he is our Grand Marshal this year.
Oh, congratulations.
And he's worked for the state park since 1979, Pike Lake since 1983, and he's a science teacher from PHS from 1985 to 2015. And he has helped the Dogwood many, many years. And he is our Grand Marshal this year. The bicycle tour starts, I can't remember where it starts at, but I think it's the Government Center, if I'm not mistaken. And he's the one that's leading the ride, and they do so many miles.
Okay.
I never did the bicycle tour. I mean, come on, look at me. I don't. Yeah. we don't.
I was going to say,
bicycle.
I'll be one of those people that claps as
Yes, ma'am.
as they drive. Yeah.
I'm
Good
I'm
for
right
you.
there.
You just keep on pedaling.
Yes.
I'm
but
here for you, man.
It is, he's like always done he's behind the scenes. He's the one that does it all. So
Very
we contact
cool.
him, and he basically puts it all together.
All right. And so I'm reading down through this, and this one cracks me up now. The Ohio State, we're gonna enter Hayden in this, our intern. The Ohio State Sit Down Arm Wrestling Championship.
This is a first one for
Gun
me.
show.
No, this is the first one for me because I've never seen it. I've never been to the Dogwood. I think
How fun.
they've been there, I think, once or twice. Don't quote me, but I've never been to one. So I couldn't tell you what it's about other than it's down where the festival is going to be at the fairgrounds. There's a multi-purpose building down in a field,
Okay.
and that's where they will be at.
You need to go home and watch Over the Top. You'll get inspired.
See, I've never seen that. No.
What?
They've
No.
been practicing this wrestling tournament or arm wrestling tournament at Gus's backyard barbecue
Wait.
grill.
Really?
Christy says that they've been practicing at Gus's backyard barbecue grill. Been practicing arm wrestling.
I didn't know that. See?
Dude, I feel like we need to. This is a thing.
It might
You
be.
need to go
I
home
don't-
and watch Over the Top.
I-
Sylvester Stallone.
No, I've not seen it. Sorry. That's one mark against me. Me and Tracy's in the same boat.
You've never seen Over the Top either?
But is there a male and female like event where you?
I don't know. Or
I
is
don't-
there
I
girl
don't-
arm wrestling?
I don't know. See, I don't.
Man.
No, I have no idea. I don't see why not, but I'm not going to swear to it because I really don't know.
Well, I'm reading. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so we'll find out about the arm wrestling, but that's
Yeah.
pretty cool, and you could be fun to watch
I think it would be.
if nothing else. So so it says 1 to 6 p.m. The Bee.
He goes by the bee, but he is a 10-foot, basically bumblebee from Transformers. He's awesome. I'm sorry. We seen him at the Oktoberfest last year. I got my
Love
picture
that.
with him, and I'm 54, and I loved him. I mean, he dances, he takes pictures, he fist bumps, he
That's awesome.
dabs. I mean, he's really cool. And the kids, the adults did too.
Yeah,
I
everybody
did.
loves him.
I
sounds like.
I just adored him, and yeah, I was like, Lee, I like him. So yes, he
Super.
goes by the bee, but he is basically Bumblebee.
Okay,
So he's really cool.
from like Transformers. Okay.
Yes,
Oh, you're gonna have the Columbus Zoo.
yes, ma'am.
I get so excited. So they have been at the Apple Festival a couple of times when I was down there and got to experience the Columbus Zoo. They bring animals,
hmm
and it's not like one of those that are in cages far, far away. I mean, they bring these suckers out and I mean, right up to you.
Yes.
It is so cool.
Yeah, it
And
is.
one of the most fun things that they bring is the sloth.
I named that my daughter. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's her favorite animal, and she moves like one too.
If you've never seen a sloth in real life, I'm telling you, it's worth the price of admission just to go.
Yeah,
To see.
they're very animated the way they move, and they're just it's animated.
They're
So,
cool. They
yeah,
bring
they're
it
very
out, and
different.
it like because they hang.
Yeah, they're very
They've got
different.
these like fingers. Ooh. But anyway, super cool. So the kids will love that.
Yes.
And that's a 1 p.m. on Saturday as well. So
Mhm.
sounds to me like there's all kind of fun stuff. And I guess we didn't mention on Friday, you've got a chili cook-off
Yes.
and baked goods. Tell us a
Yes.
bit about that. That's before
Anybody
Tracy takes the stage.
anybody can register. They just bring their stuff, their bakeware, their chili, and we have plugins if they need it. And I'm not for sure who's going to be doing the judging. It's not going to be none of us.
Okay.
I'd be too, partial to it. And whoever gets the best wins the best.
There you go.
So-
And that all kicks off like 1:30.
Yes.
So very cool. All right. So, rides. You guys have rides?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
It's not rides. They're inflatables.
Oh, fun.
There is
I
going.
love inflatables.
We was throwing it back and forth. So over the past year, we have called ride companies and talked and this and that and budgeted and this and that. There's this man, Mick. He's in Ironton, and he has M&M inflatables.
Okay.
We went down there and we talked to him, and there's an obstacle course. There's a slide. There's 2, if I'm not mistaken, that's interactive. You throw stuff, but there's like 6 to 7 that's going to be there all
So
together.
The
And-
kids love them.
Yes. And the dollar that everybody paid last year to park, it's $1 to park,
Okay.
is what gave us for free inflatables all day Friday. That was what the dollar went for.
That's
was for their
awesome.
free. It's for the kids.
And the kids should be able to come in and experience
Yes.
that and play.
And for your
Have fun.
parents, I think, it's free. You don't have to worry about buying an armband, buying that ticket.
Yep.
You're free.
So is admission into the Dogwood Festival free? Or,
Yes.
So you just come as you are and
Yes. It's just
hang
$1 to park, and that's it. And it goes right back into the Dogwood Fund.
and I'll bet you if somebody, wanted to give you $2 to park, that you'd probably take that too, wouldn't you?
I'll take whatever they give me. Yes, I
You
will.
bring the whole family. I think that's awesome. Give them for the parking. And again, it keeps those inflatables free for the kids,
Yes.
and that's the main thing.
And I will throw in Saturday and Sunday, the American Legion of Waverly, we have free inflatables because of them. They donated for Saturday and Sunday. So the American Legion really helped us out.
That's a big thing. And
It is.
like I said, I think it's so important with these local fairs and festivals that every child gets the experience.
Yes.
And that money isn't a factor.
Exactly. And it's just, I think we are the second festival of the year, the very second. So it's for the kids.
It is.
It is. It's for the community also, and for, our county. But them little kids come in there and they have a field day jumping around them things.
Of course. That's what it's
So,
all about.
yes.
Just fun.
I
Kind of
think
like
so.
what Tracy and I were talking about. Don't we
Yes.
just want to have some fun?
I agree.
Like, man,
I
life's
agree.
hard. Let's have some fun.
Yes, ma'am.
So let's talk a little bit about one of my favorite things to talk about, and that's food. You guys
Hello.
got some food?
There is several vendors that's going to be there, and I think there's a couple new ones. Yeah, there's plenty of choose and pick from. Definitely. So whatever you want, I just about basically whatever you want to, you'll find it.
Okay. What's your favorite festival food?
All of it.
I know. I'm with
I don't
you,
have it.
sister.
I can't. It's like all of it. Yeah.
Everything. I remember one time my mom and I went up to the Apple Festival. It was like a Thursday and it wasn't like super busy. And I think we ate something from every food booth that was there. We were so sick, but I was like, this is so good.
But why is it? It always tastes better when somebody else cooks it.
Oh,
It always does. So
I don't
yeah.
know why. It just does.
Yeah, fair food, festival food, it tastes good.
Are you you got to get the sweets kind of thing, or do you go for like the sausage sandwich?
I'm the food. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the sausage, hamburgers, the chicken, the Philly cheesesteaks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah.
What's you guys' favorite festival
Loaded
food?
French fries.
Loaded fries.
Them's good too.
Loaded tater tots.
Them's good too. It don't matter. Yeah. They're good. Mm-hmm.
Christy.
I'm about the carny food in general, but the deep fried veggies.
The deep
The
fried
veggies, yes.
Yep.
My husband's is the deep fried Oreos.
Yep.
I think it's too sweet.
I think they're too mushy.
I-
Oreos should not be soft.
yeah.
And
No.
it freaks me out.
No, I'm not much on them, but the vegetables,
Yeah.
They still make elephant ears.
Yes, they
Oh,
do
yes,
make elephant
ma'am.
ears. Funnel
Yep.
cakes, elephant ears. Yes.
yes.
Yep. I actually got to make my own elephant ear at the Wild Turkey Festival last year.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it was all in the name of for a video, but God bless them for trusting me to do it, because it was that roller thing you got to put the dough through is terrifying.
So I've never watched them. I
Don't
just
stick your finger near that thing.
I just give them my money and say, okay,
Yeah.
thank you. That's
Yep.
about it.
Yeah, pretty cool. All right, so we kind of covered Dino Roar. What is Dino Roar? That's on Saturday as well.
Yes, he is a dinosaur that roams around, and
I wonder if him and the bee are going to get into
I don't know.
it.
Not real for sure. Dino Roar is a new thing for us. I do believe they was there several years ago.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't remember. But this is a new thing for us, and we're really hoping because what we've questioned, and I went and asked my nieces and my nephews and kids, how do you think about this? I get the input, and they like it, and I'm like, let's do dinosaur.
We're going with it.
Yeah,
All kids like dinosaurs.
Yes, so
Very cool.
I
So-
think it'll be a big hit.
You guys have, I mean, this is chock full of, and this is just Saturday. Also, very, very important. We have to mention this Pretty Baby contest.
Yes,
Registration at 9 on Saturday, contest at 10, and then also COSI shows
yes.
for the kids as well.
They love them. They were there last year.
COSI,
They love them.
COSI.
They're right. I think they're going to be. Are they on the main stage or the little midway? Okay, we have 2 stages this year. The midway stage will be right in close to the grandstands.
Okay.
And the main stage is underneath, right by the art hall, and it's going to be covered up.
Okay.
So they are on the midway stage, and that way, you're traveling back and forth. You're right there, and you
Go
can see
right
'em.
by them.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. All right. Well, let's move on to Sunday. I'll let you go over Sunday.
Sunday, we have church at 11 a.m., and that is David Russo.
Okay.
So he will be there. Scraps the Clown, which is he's on Saturday also, but he will be back Sunday. Just a sad little clown that needs a friend. So he's really...
Oh, he needs a hug.
He draws pictures on the concrete, and we seen him at the Oktoberfest last year, and I just liked him. And yeah, he's pretty cool. The Queen's Luncheon is at 12:15, the registration. Jace Turley, he will be there from 12:30 to 2. Then they have the Queen's Luncheon and PCA dancers. Now I'm not real sure, but it's Sunday, and I think it's little girls I think it's from they're out of Waverly, if I'm not mistaken. So
very cool.
I'm pretty
They'll
sure.
be performing.
Yes, and then we have our parade lineup at 3, and the parade starts at 4.
Oh, very good. So there's a parade.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, so is the 1990 Horse Queen invited?
Yeah. You want to be in that parade? Come on, we'll put you in the back of my husband's truck and we'll tote you around.
That would be fun. No, my mom found my cowboy hat with the crown on it the other day and brought it in here. So it's a whole thing. I have to tell everyone I was the 1990 Horse Queen. It's my claim to fame.
Nope, you're more than welcome to come to be in the parade.
People be like, the what? Oh God, who is she? Yeah. So Mojo Car Show, what is that?
It's mostly the Jeeps that have there's a technical term what the Mojo stands for, and I should have had it wrote down, but I don't. But they will be there, and there's a lot of very nice Jeeps that come through, and it's just neat.
Just kind of on display.
Yes, on display.
See, that would be a good one for the kids to, bring them for that too, because they would get to see kind of like the insides and all that of the vehicles.
The different collars, different
all the stuff that people have done with them.
Yes, it is very, and we're all their little ducks that they've been ducked. So yeah.
So, my husband and I were driving back from Columbus yesterday, and I feel like such a dum-dum. We passed this, so we come up on this 4-door Jeep, and it was white, and it was really pretty. It had, like, all the hinges and stuff. They had put turquoise, like, hinges on it, and it was set up really high, but it was all blacked out. So, but, I'm looking, and, like, as we pull up beside it, they have, like, all the ducks and the thing. So I'm, like, looking at that, and I look over, and, it's all blacked out, and I see, like, the person, like, looking at me. I was like, I was so embarrassed I could have just died. I'm like, I'm really not stalking you. I was looking at your ducks, man, as we drive down the highway. I'm like, don't have your windows blacked out. I wouldn't have had to stare so much. But no, it's I don't know where the duck thing came from.
I'm not for sure. I have no idea.
Do you know?
The history, and
Christy knows.
I talked to my husband about it because he is like,
Well, come over here. You got to tell everybody. Come over here. They can't hear you.
Get in there, girl.
Get in there, Christy. And by the way, we haven't made her be on the show yet. So you're probably going to have to do that at some
Hi,
point too.
everybody.
She and I went to school together.
Yeah, we're old classmates.
Yes.
Old
Classmates.
Yeah.
Yes.
Starting to catch up. So, anyways, my husband was like, "Why are people getting ducks on their Jeeps? I don't get it."
Why is that
So
a
I had
thing?
to look the history, and it came from Canada, and it was just a woman that just wanted to do a nice gesture and offering a duck to somebody because they got a new Jeep. And then from there, it just started
Oh.
stemming and stemming, and now you've been ducked, and it's considered a nice gesture. It's not considered sarcasm or silly or
No, it's
crazy.
like a nice thing.
It's a
like
very
you
nice
just leave a
gesture.
duck on a Jeep.
Yep, that's all it is. It's a rubber duck.
It's so cute. So, Jamie and I were in Cincinnati a couple of years ago, and I'd never seen this before. And we went to this like mom and pop diner situation, and and it was packed. But that was the thing. They passed around like while you were eating, they passed around a giant basket, and everybody got to pick out a duck. And they had so I got like a ladybug duck, and like everybody took a duck. It was a thing. They gave everybody
Really?
a duck.
That is
And
different.
it's just something that
This
is
so cute.
reasonable and cheap, and you can
Yeah, you can
decorate
get
your
ducks.
duck. You can make a duck.
It's
and
kind of like where people were painting rocks and like leaving them in people's.
That's exactly what
Okay,
it is. It's just a
same
nice
thing.
gesture.
Okay,
Which is great
Now you
because we
know.
need that more in this society, in this world today.
don't we?
Yeah.
Just to be nice.
Do a good deed, be nice, pay it forward, all of that.
Yes.
Yes, we should all do this every day. Thank you, Christy.
You're welcome.
Yes,
We should all give it
give somebody a duck today. But we digress again. So, okay, so there's all kind of stuff going on now. Jace Turley, what kind of music does Jace Turley sing?
He
On Sunday.
sings bluegrass and country.
Perfect. Awesome.
I've never heard him before, but we asked the Facebook people who would, something fell through, and they asked for him. So we contacted him, or one or the other, and so we got him. And he's a little young guy, but he sings pretty decent.
Love
So
that. So you guys are just chock full of all kind of entertainment, starting Friday evening, and then going all the way through to Sunday afternoon.
yes, ma'am.
And it's all at the Dogwood Festival this coming weekend.
Yes, 26th, 27th, and 28th.
In Piketon at the fairgrounds.
Yes, ma'am.
And you can't miss it. Like you said, you go down the app, you turn right, it's right there.
If you see Comfort Inn on your left as you're going through Piketon, right across the road is the fairgrounds. It's right there.
It's kind of hard to miss a Comfort Inn.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Right there.
Well, very good. Is there anything else you all wanted to tell our viewers while you're here?
I don't think so. I mean,
Get your butts out to the Dogwood Festival.
there you go. Yep.
It's going to be a party. Come see Tracey on Friday night. She's going to rock it out. And then it's just going to be on for the weekend. Very cool.
And AM 660 is going to be there live to kick it off.
Oh, Hank FM's going to be there. I'm just going to tell you. I have this serious thing about Hank. It is such a good station. It is so amazing, and it sounds so amazing. And if you haven't listened to Hank, it's awesome. So yeah, and they'll be there live. So says Christy, and I believe her because she wouldn't lie to me. Nope. Very cool. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank
we
you for
appreciate
having me.
you, and we will be right back here tomorrow with, I'm not sure because I forgot to look at the calendar. Hayden?
It says Hope Fest.
It says what?
Hope Fest, I believe.
Hope Fest.
Hope Fest.
Hope Fest. Okay. All right. Cool. We'll be talking with Hope Fest tomorrow. Very good deal. All right. Well, have a wonderful day. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow. Bye-bye.